Well, it's funny. I've just noticed just now. I've been playing Killzone 3 a lot recently because they came out on the same day over here. And, I was talking earlier with Adam Radcliffe about just how beautiful Killzone looked. But I've just seen some of the sunsets and stuff here on the level I'm playing now. And it's equally as beautiful. I mean, there's not as much, particle effects and things like that.
No.
But it's a really nice looking game.
Yeah. I think that's mainly sort of down to it's quite stylized as well, isn't it? It's definitely got some sort of graphical. I can't really put my finger. It's a bit like Borderlands, that sort of wastelandy, sort of bright, vivid, coloured style graphics, really. But yeah, it's definitely one of even on a 360, which obviously doesn't have the graphical capabilities of a PS3, it still looks absolutely gorgeous. Especially some of the settings as well, like playing through single player. Obviously, I've been able to see quite a few settings, like outside on the actual planet or inside the spaceship. It just looks really good. It does everything really well, which is a bit rare for sort of modern games, really, because obviously they've got so much to cover. They can't usually cover all bases, but this looks the part. And another thing, actually, I wanted to mention was I was really surprised with how varied the campaign is as well, because I was just expecting you to sort of run around with your mates doing skill shots, but it's more than that, isn't it? There's even right at the start of the game, there's a sort of I know it's only a very short part of a mission, but there's like you're flying, well, you're not flying, but you're shooting out of a ship, shooting at a massive warship. So it's got space battles in there as well, and that sort of took me by surprise, really. I was like, actually, this isn't just a shooter. It's got potential to be, it's more like an interactive, not film, but like, interactive story than a game.
Yeah, I agree. As throwaway as it's tempting to say that the story's very throwaway in this, but I would say it's not a bad story, and it leads to some interesting gameplay mechanics, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like early on in the beginning of the game, there's a section where you walk down the side of a building in gravity shoes. Now that was really interesting. I mean, you didn't really do anything apart from walk forward, but it's something that hasn't really been done in many games before.
No, definitely, yeah. I really like that bit, actually. That's one of my favourite bits. But yeah, I don't think the story is throwaway at all. I think, well, like I was saying earlier, actually, the campaign was the thing I was looking forward to most, and I'm still with that mindset that the campaign is how can I put it? It's the focus of the game. Echoes and the multiplayer are sort of secondary to the campaign, really. And although some of the writing is intentionally a bit weak, the story is actually really quite cool. So yeah, got a big thumbs up from me anyway. And it helps that it's actually funny as well. So
Yeah.
really funny. Definitely not sort of ones to play with your parents or for a little child to play, since there's usually a swear word every 30 seconds. So, but
Yeah, it's got an interesting take on swearing as well. What's the one they used in the demo? Was it dick tits or something?
yeah. It's sort of that kind of American army type thing, isn't it?
Mm.
Loads of generals like shouting their heads off and stuff. But Yeah, actually, we were discussing this earlier. The game itself doesn't really have that many set pieces in it. I think we're sort of spoilt with games these days where they've got these fantastic, elaborate, big moments. But the one thing I like about it, which you pointed out, was whilst there isn't that many sort of set pieces laid out in front of you, you're sort of given the tools to create your own set
Yeah.
pieces with, like, you've got the leash and the charger blasts and the grenades and stuff like that. So, excuse me. There's a lot of scope for making your own memorable moments, which I kind of like because it's similar to stuff like Heavy Rain where you can sort of you can be talking to your mate about the game and you can sort of be able to share your own personal moments. Like, oh, there was this one time where, I got one of these barrels, dropped it onto like 5 enemies and blew them up, and they all impaled on these spikes, and it was really cool. And you can sort of make your own. It allows you to make your own memories, doesn't it? You're in control, really. You're the one that's got the tools at your disposal to kill enemies however you like.
Yeah, definitely. Bit like, again, sort of following up on what you're saying, they're like Left 4 Dead, where, the
Yeah.
story wasn't that the 4 survivors got together and escaped. The story was, oh, do you remember when we played it and you got caught by a smoker just as we were getting on the helicopter?
Yeah. And I think that sort of modern day games has lost that a little bit, because obviously set pieces, there's a big emphasis on set pieces now and not enough on allowing the user to create their own moments. It's sort of the developer that's creating them for you, which is a bit sad, but also, I mean, it's kind of cool just to sit back and play a game and think, wow, this is amazing, what the developer's done here is pretty mind-blowing. But at the same time, you sort of want to put a little bit of yourself into the game and have some memories to share sort of with your mates when you're having a chat about games and stuff.
So overall, it gets a big thumbs up then.
Absolutely. I mean, especially considering my interest in the game had died down as well. But so far, I'm really impressed. It's exceeded all my expectations in pretty much every area at the minute. So I guess you can look forward to a review from me very soon. Obviously, I don't want to give too much away, but at the minute, as it stands, really, really good game, and in fact, it's got me excited for the new Gears game as well. There's this sort of incentive, added incentive that the Gears of War 3 beta's tagged onto it as well. I'm just super happy at the minute. So, yeah.
Well, I guess we're kind of running out of time now, so shall we try and wrap this up?
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts you have on it? I mean, we've talked quite a lot about it.
Not much really that hasn't been said before. Just surprisingly really good. Not usually a game that I play as well, and that's something that I'm trying to do more this year. I'm trying to play games that I wouldn't normally play, trying to sort of expand my horizons. So definitely worth a look in, for sure.
Oh, well, that's the perfect point to stop. This has been Luke Mears and Kieran Roycroft from the Newb Review, showing you Bulletstorm. It's out now.
Buy it.
And you should buy it, yeah.
Sorted.
Yeah, what a perfect note to end on.